So this is Baruch here. Today is the 5th day of Hanukkah, and it's getting more and more exciting because the number 5 goes with Chesed Gevurah Tiferes Netzachod Yesod. Well, Yesod number 6. Let's make a quick review before we go on to the next Bracha, which is a little complication of its own. So first, we understand that Lahadlik Ner Hanukkah. The Rav says that this is the proper way to finish the first Bracha. And it's because of the 3 Roshei Tevos, the beginning letters, which make the word Nachal. Now we bring over here, I'm not looking down at the bottom, those are what the oros that come out of this are looking like. These are called oros makifim. Here is not the place to try analyzing those oros, but I think the first thing one has to do is just get an idea of these are oros and what they look like. So that's it, and then we're going to go over here, we're going to look at the word Nachal. Now we understand there's different ways to spell Nachal, that is in Hebrew. So we're going to come over here, that is we're using gematrias. One of them is to take the name Ma, which is Yud Vav Daled K Aleph Vav Aleph Vav K Aleph, and in the Vav, take the letter Aleph and do this with it. Spread it into the Revuah of an Ekya. The Revuah is a concept of giving from a higher level to a lower level, so that this is the concept of Ima coming into their anpin and producing this flood of water. Now another way of looking at it, and that where does the water flow? It flows into Malchus, which is called Ben. This is the gematria of Ben. This is what Ben looks like. So he said then we go to we could have another way of doing this. We could take this is called the Pashut, and this is called the Male, as we're spelling out the letters of the Pashut. And this is called the Male de Male, which is spelling out the letters of the Miloi. So if you have time, take a look at this. You just fix it and just look at it, because it is, in fact, a flow of light. Now you combine that with the name Ben, and you get the number 52 again. Let's see if there's another page I could turn. Okay. When you say the word Lahadlik, this is what Lahadlik looks like. 3 different spellings of the name of Yud K Vav K in a Milui form. Very important to know this. This is part of what it is. And then we come to the word Ner. Now the Ner that we normally look at is this one. This one, which is a shilov of Akia with Yud K Vav K. You have to figure this out by take the time and either print it out or whatever you need to do with this. You could also buy the book, which is even better. You have a shilov between Ekya and Yud K Vav K. Then you have a shilov between Yud K Vav K and Elokim, and a shilov between Yud K Vav K and Adnei. And if you add the gematrias of those shiluvim up, you get to the number 250, which is the gematria of Ner. So this is a composition of that light. And then finally we come to the word Chanukah. So what we got here in Chanukah is the name Sag, which means it comes from Ima, and combining with their anpin, his Yud K Vav K, also brings you the gematria of Hanukkah. So those are gematrias that we saw, and we review them again just for the purpose of looking at them, and if you can, and if you have time, to either print them out or buy these books which are available, that's what to do. Let's go over here on number Lamed Tes, and let me see, Lamed Tes is number Kuf Aleph, rather. And it says Bracha Rishneya. So then we're going to go also Nisim. This is the next Bracha. V'hu Sha'aso Nisim. B'mila Sha'aso. So take a look at the word Sha'aso. It's actually going to be broken up into 2 words. Sha, which is a gematria 370, and then this other one, Sha, was spelled with a Hey, was 305. Sh'tekavein ku Chibur Sha v'Sha. Okay, this is the way I pronounce it. And as far as them can say the Sha, the first ayin, a lot better than me. He said, Bracha Rishniya, and the second bracha, Yikav b'milu sha'aso. Now let's look at the word also, sha'aso, he says. Shuhu chiber shnei milim. They're actually putting 2 words together, the word sha and the word shin hai, sha, the sa. Sha, sa, I don't know how you pronounce it. But at any rate, that's what they are. So this is what should be. You should have this kavanah, to bring down the ha'arach apanim el yonim, to bring a light from the upper face. And what upper face, whatever the face we're talking about, hainu. Yikavin lacham sheka aras hapanim el yonim, which are what? What are the two upper faces? Train Tefuchim de Erik Anpin. They are the cheeks, the uncovered by a beard cheeks of Erik Anpin that shine with a beautiful, beautiful white light. Udebahadlochas ner Chanukah, because this is a kavanah here. When you light the lights of Chanukah, Mamshichem Anu or Me'erik Anpin. What we're doing is we're bringing light from a tremendous height, from a tremendous pinemius, closeness to the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, to us. Shem Shnei Shemos, Eo, Umelu Yehem, Milu, Ehem. And they refer to these two particular names and their milui form, Kazem. So if you take the word Kale, so he said, wait a minute, let me just see if I misunderstood this. So he says, Shehem Shnei Shemos Kale. Oh, excuse me, Kale. The name Kale, Gematria 31, and the milui of those names. So the milui of Kale is Aleph Lamed Fei, Lamed Mem Daled, which is 185. Aleph Lamed Fei, Lamed Mem Daled is another 185. It makes a Gematria 370, which is the first one, Shah, Shin Ayin. Visham, Betrin Tepuchim de Erik Anpin, Bekal Pen. So when he says trade the two faces of Erik Anpin, he means each cheek, because there's two sides of your face, right side, left side. Haim B'tzad Yamin, V'haim B'tzad Small, whether they're both sides, each side shall Kale, that name is shining off of those cheeks, but it's shining out towards us in a milui form, because there, Aleph Lamed Fei, Lamed Mem Daled. Nimsa Sheyeh Sham Shtei Pamim Shem Sav Shem Kale. So we see that we have in this number 370, which is Shin Ayin, we have the name of Kale twice, which is at 185 in the milui, times 2 makes 370. Now he said Kuf Daled. Ha'olim b'gematria Shin Ayin. Well, he's going on explaining it out better. V'shnei miluyim elul b'shechel Kale, which is Aleph Lamed Fei Lamed Mem Daled, Aleph Lamed Fei Lamed Mem Daled, Olim b'gematria Shin Ayin. They come to the gematria of 370. The call Shem Kale b'milui Olecha Kuf Pehei, because everyone by themselves is 185. V'yached only 370. Kanitzka ba'orech b'tefilas Rosh Hashanah. So this is something we see a lot over there in Rosh Hashanah. It's talked about in detail by the Rav. Be'brachas birchas avos b'milas Elokei Avraham Elokei Yitzchak Elokei Yaakov, in those words of Ayin Sham. And look over there. So this explained in detail, in with length. B'tefilas Rosh Hashanah, during the time of the tefillah of Rosh Hashanah. Be'brachas birchas avos be'inyan sod beis osios Kale, which has to do with the secret of the two words Kale, B'milas Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak, Elokei Yaakov, because there's the three Kales. Vayin Sham Masha Bavor Ba'orech. So there's a lot to be said about the three Kales, which he just mentioned, the three Kales. V'tam Shichem El Shem Elokim Demilu Yudin Sha'ola B'gematria Shin. So he said, let's read the words and let's read what the Tiv says to help us out. V'tam Shichem El Shem Elokim, and you should take those Shin Ayin, those 370 lights from the face of Erik Anpin, and shine them to the name of Elokim, the Milui Yudin, but in a Milui form. Ha'ola b'gematria Shin, which comes out to the gematria of Shin. So you're taking the Shin Ayin, you're shining them into the Shin. V'tamshek es Shnei Shemos Kale b'Milui Azanizkarim. El Shem Elokim b'Milui Yudin Kizeh Aleph Lamed Fei Lamed Mem Daled Ke Yud Yud Vav Daled Mem Mem. Ha'ola b'gematria Shin. There comes a gematria of Shin. V'im He Osiosech B'Peshutos, they make He. Now there's also 5 different letters of the Pashut of Elokim is Aleph Lamed Ke Yud Mem. That's 5 letters. Now you have 305. So that's the name Shaawsaw. That's the name Shaawsaw. Shah, which is Shin Ayin, Sa, which is 305. V'im He Osios B'Peshutos. Hey, Pshutos Hey, V'im Hey Osios Shal Shem Elokim Apasha, the simple name. Hari Shin Hey Min Sha'asa, that is the Shin Hey part of the Sha'asa. Hainlachem B'Milui Shal Shem Elokim Sha'osa Shin. So they take the Milui of Elokim, you make it into a Shin because its gematria is 300. V'im Hey Osios Shal Elokim Pasha, in the 5 letters of the Pasha, Shahu Ola Shin Hey. It comes a Shin Hey. Hare Shin He Min Tevis Sha'asa. So now you have the Shin Ayin and the Shin He. Shin Ayin Shin Hey Hainu Mamshichem Anachnu Shin Ayin El Shin Hey. That's the idea here. The Sha'asa is you're taking for the face of Erakanpen and shining down to the simple Elokim. Dahainu Shin Ayin Lechorim Kenizger Hainu Shnei Shemos Kale B'Milui. We said that these are the two names of Kale in the Milui form. Min Trin Tefuchin to Erakanpen, from the two Tefuchim, that is the two cheeks of Erakanpen. El Shin Hey, that is to the 305 Hainu Shem Elokim, that is a Shem Elokim in a Milui form, and also its Pasha. The V'zeh Yismatek Shem Elokim and Nizgar. Now that's the whole purpose of this, is to bring the Shin Ayin and bring it in to the sweeten the Elokim. Elokim is Lashon Din. So the idea is sweetening Din. By taking this 370, which is these true kales. Kale always means chesed. So if you put it into a milui, you're spreading the chesed. So you're taking this light and you're sending it to Elokim. First, we say that it's Elokim, that it's going to be 300 because it's the milui of the name Elokim. And then secondly, we add in the 5 letters, and now we have it all going into Elokim. So from that, Yismatek Hashem Elokim, it sweetens the name Elokim. HaRomez, the Din Kenoida, which really refers to Din. And this is Baruch Fleischman for the Tikkun Elevator Kolol, saying this year on the Devekas channel with Rabbi Memran. Well, actually, I'm not doing that, so forget that part. We're just saying this year out, and all the best for everyone. A wonderful Shabbos, and enjoy the 5th day of Hanukkah.